I quit my office job to work in construction dumpsters. 2 years later, my old boss asked me for a job. Most people think if you aren't wearing a tie, you aren't making real money. I used to be one of them. I spent 4 years at a top-tier university, drinking way too much coffee and staring at spreadsheets, all because I thought that was the only way to be somebody. My older brother, Mike, took a different path. While I was busy trying to look important in a slim-fit suit, Mike was out in the sun, wearing steel-toed boots and a neon vest. He started a specialized demolition and salvage crew. Basically, when wealthy developers buy old, historic mansions to tear them down and build modern glass boxes, they call Mike. At our family Christmas dinner, I was the one everyone felt sorry for. I'd just started a junior analyst role making $45,000 a year, which, in a city like Chicago, basically buys you a cardboard box and a bus pass. My aunt kept asking if I needed help with my car insurance. Meanwhile, Mike showed up in a brand new truck, smelling like sawdust and old copper. He didn't say a word about his bank account. He just leaned over and whispered, "Hey, I'm doing a teardown on the Gold Coast tomorrow. They're trashing everything inside. Just come watch." I almost said no. I had a real job to get to. But the next morning, curiosity won. I stood there in the mud, watching Mike's crew rip through a house built in the 1920s. To the developers, it was just debris. To the city, it was just a permit. But Mike was looking at the details. He pointed to the massive, hand-carved mahogany doors, the stained glass windows from the foyer, and the literal hundreds of pounds of vintage copper piping hidden behind the drywall. The demolition company pays the city to haul this to a landfill, Mike told me, wiping sweat from his forehead. But I pay the demolition company to let me take it away for free. It clicked. The developer wanted the land. The city wanted the site clear. Nobody cared about the bones. That afternoon, I watched him sell a single set of reclaimed fireplace mantles to a high-end interior designer for $3,000. Cash. In 4 hours, my brother made more than my entire monthly paycheck. I went back to my cubicle the next day, and for the first time, the air conditioning felt suffocating. I looked at my boss, who was stressed out over a PowerPoint presentation, and I realized he was broke. He had the title, he had the nice office, but he was drowning in debt to maintain the look. 2 weeks later, I quit. My parents thought I was having a midlife crisis at 24. My friends stopped inviting me to happy hour because I always had dirt under my fingernails and didn't fit the vibe of the rooftop bars anymore. My girlfriend at the time literally told me, "I can't tell my parents I'm dating a guy who spends his day in construction dumpsters." We broke up. It stung, but I kept digging. I spent the next year learning the value of things people ignore. I learned that architectural salvage isn't just junk, it's history. I started an online storefront for reclaimed vintage hardware. Those old brass doorknobs people throw away. Collectors pay $80 a pop for them. Those industrial factory lights from the 50s, $500 each, easily. Fast forward to today. I don't have a boss. I don't have a commute. I have a warehouse full of trash that is worth more than my university's endowment. Last month, I did a clean out for a hotel renovation. We salvaged 45 cast iron bathtubs that were headed for the scrap heap. After a quick resurfacing, I sold the lot for $50,000. The best part? I ran into my old boss at a coffee shop last Tuesday. He looked exhausted. He was complaining about restructuring and budget cuts. He looked at my work truck. Then he looked at my watch, and he asked if I was still doing that little hobby project. I just smiled, handed him my card, and told him, "If you ever decide you're tired of the view from the top of the ladder, come see what's happening at the bottom. The money's a lot cleaner down here. Don't let the status of a job fool you." Sometimes, the most gold is found in the places where no one else is willing to look. Most people spend their lives climbing the ladder. I just found out the money was sitting in the basement the whole time. Be honest, would you leave a comfortable office job to do physical work if it paid 5x more? Type yes or no. I want to see something back-end index pointing down.